Blackmagic Design keeps adding new things to Davinci Resolve. It is a story as old as long as I've been editing. Anyway, welcome back to Creator Reality. Today, we are taking a look at the Switch node. I hope you're having a great day because I was able to figure out a solution to a problem. Take a look. And I already know what you're asking. Well, John, isn't there a way we can expose the speed part of the TimeSpeed node to the stage curtain control or whatever other effect that we're trying to modify so that you can change the speed of it in the Edit tab? Yep, that problem I have solved with the Switch node, and I think it's going to come in kind of handy. So have you heard about this? Leave me a comment below with what version you think they brought it out in. I think it was 19. Anyway, I might have just answered my own question. Let's get into Davinci Resolve and take a look at what we're working with. So here we are in Davinci Resolve. I have a new timeline. I have one clip in it. I'm going to Alt mouse wheel to zoom in a little bit. And we're going to go to our effects, generators, scroll down to stage curtains. That's the one that I want to apply this to. And when I drag it in and Alt mouse wheel to zoom in, you can see that Davinci Resolve is already rendering it. And it's all well and good if I want to show the sunlight and, we're going to start right here and have the stage curtains open. But if you want to reverse this, and like I showed in that clip, that's from a video where I couldn't do the reversal and keep the render cache, because if you do it the easy way, it sort of works. You can drag the generator onto your timeline, change whatever settings you need to change, turn it into a compound clip. I have a video up here on that. And then you can use the speed, another video. I have another video on speed there. And you can reverse the speed and get the desired effect. This way is a lot cleaner. It allows you to change it on the fly. And it also keeps that render cache so you get smooth playback. Let's take a look. So back in Resolve, I'm going to Alt mouse wheel to zoom out. I'm going to Alt, click and drag to the end of my clip. And let's say this is where I want to end. You notice the stage curtains when I play, yep, they're opening. We want them to close. So let's go into Fusion. Don't be afraid. I'm going to walk you through every step to get this to work properly. And at the end, we'll be able to change the speed from the edit page. So we're going to start by right-clicking on our clip and opening in Fusion page. And then we're going to see this mouse cursor. We're going to drag up to minimize our preview screen, give us lots of room to work with. Double-click on stage curtain. And this will work for any generator, I do believe. This line right here, this is our last line before the output of our effect. So we're going to click our center mouse button and drag to move around. We need to be in line after Shadow 2. So this is the output of Shadow 2, and it goes up to the output of the group. This is a group box that it's in. So now that we've found the last node in our tree in open space, we're going to make sure nothing's selected. See the red line? We want to not have that red line. We're going to click in open space. Shift spacebar brings up the select tool window. We're going to type in switch, and you get a number of selections, but the one we want is at the top, switch, SWI. We're going to click add, and then we're going to click in blank space again, shift spacebar, and we want the TimeSpeed node. So we're going to get TSPD, and then we can Control C since this one's selected, click in blank space, Control V. Now we have two of them. Now, with the first one selected, it has the red outline. Press F2, type in TS normal. We want to keep track of these things. Click on the second one, F2, TS reverse. Now with TS reverse selected, we're going to go up to our speed in the inspector. If you don't see it, click right there. And we're going to double click on 1.0 and type in -1 and press tab to move away from that. All that does is it's going to reverse the speed of the entire effect. Now we want to take TS normal. We've selected it. We're going to hold shift and drag onto this line that we found earlier. And you notice it's now connected. If I move it around, it's still connected. So we're going to move switch 1 and TS reverse around. We need TS normal here, and we want to add switch 1 afterwards. So we're going to click on switch 1, hold shift, drag that over the line. So now our flow is from Shadow 2 to our normal speed TimeSpeed node through to the switch. Well, now we want to get TS reverse involved. We're going to drag it in place here. We're going to drag from the output of Shadow 2 to the input of TS reverse, and then from the output of TS reverse to the input of switch 1. Now, let's click on switch 1 and take a look at it. You'll notice it says input 0 and input 1. That's under the controls area of the inspector. Again, click here if you don't see it. We'll go over to config, and you'll see that you can change the number of inputs, and it changes the number of little triangles that are over here, the white triangles. These are all inputs. We only want 2 here, but if you need more than the 2 inputs that we have, you could change this number and then add as many TimeSpeed nodes as you want. So we're going to click on switch 1 again to select it, and name 0, we're going to change to normal. Name 1, we're going to change to reverse, lining up with our input 0 and input 1. And if you hover over the triangles, it tells you which input is which. So that's switch 1.normal, switch 1.input 1. That's because I haven't clicked off of here. So once I click off of here, now it'll be, there it is, switch 1.reverse. So it keeps track of them, but it's still going to be referred to as 0 and 1 internal to Resolve. So keep that in mind if you're doing more than what we're doing in this tutorial. So now we need to go back to controls, and you'll see that normal and reverse are listed here. We're going to right click on the word source and choose publish. And that publishes it so we can use it elsewhere. Scroll up with your mouse wheel to get to the top, click on stage curtain. Now we have the tools portion of the stage curtain over here, and it's got all the settings that you can see in the edit page. These are all the controls. So we're going to right click in the blank space next to stage curtain, choose edit controls. It's right here in the middle, and a new screen pops up. And at first it's kind of blank and it might be a little confusing, but don't worry, we're going to go through this a little bit. So under name, we're going to type in speed. And then when you click away from it or tab away from it, ID is populated as speed. So under page, we're going to click controls. Number is fine for type. We're going to check the box next to integer because we only want to allow integers. And then our input control, it's a little small, but you can slide down until you see combo control. And I've got it right here. And under items, we're going to add normal. So I'm just going to type there and click add. And then I'm going to double click to select all the text and type in reverse and click add. So now we have normal and reverse. Then we're going to click OK. And now we have speed over here, and you can select normal and reverse. Pretty cool, right? Hey, if you're learning anything in Resolve, boop the like button for me. Maybe you'll even subscribe. I'll ask again later. Don't worry. You don't have to remember right now. But here's the secret sauce. Under speed, we're going to right click and we're going to say connect to switch 1 source. So you've got connect to switch 1 source. Click on that and we're pretty much done. Now we go back to the edit page and you'll see that our render cache is red because we modified something in Fusion, and we start with the stage curtains closed. Check this out. This is super cool. When this worked the first time, I was like over the moon. Yes, I figured it out. So we're going to scroll down in our generator here because we're in the inspector. Scroll down, you see speed, normal, and then reverse. Whoa, look at that. Let's blow that up a little bit, right? Check it out. We've got the stage curtains closing. And since our blue line here for our render cache is done, let's play this back. And you'll see the curtains close. Video done. How cool is that? That's pretty slick, right? So you can use the switch to change text controls or time speed in this case. You can have it open-ended. I used it inline, but you can use it to where it's sort of the destination. So you could have backgrounds of different colors and be able to select the different colors from the edit page. All sorts of cool stuff opens up, and I look forward to finding new and interesting uses for the Switch node. Hey, what'd you think? Was that cool? Yes, this is the outro of the video. Go click on that video next. It's one of mine. YouTube picked it for you. Boop the like button, hit the subscribe button. Now's the time to remember to do all that. I do hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in the next video. John out.